Hello and welcome to Healy Fit with your instructor, Jen. For more, don't forget to subscribe, like, or select notifications. Today I have a Pilates practice for you. We are going to work the entire body. So come on down, take a knee, and we're going to start reaching all the way up to the sky and then allowing the hands to fall right back down beside your thighs. Go ahead, tall elevated posture from knees all the way up to the crown of the head. Slowly release the hands back down. Core braced, chest open, arms almost like they are circling around a wall behind you. So keeping the shoulders pulled back and down. Good. Next one, we're going to go into a lean back as you reach the arms forward. Now this move I call the limbo. I'm pretty sure there's a more technical term for it, but that's what we're going with. So as you lean back, you are reaching the arms forward, just going as far as your legs, your glutes, and your abs, and especially your knees feel right with. All right, let's go into the next move. Hands to hips, a little thoracic twist. All right, so we're just turning towards each side like you're looking over your back shoulder. We're making sure our obliques are getting nice and warm, so the side corners of the abdominals that wrap around towards the front. Now reach the arms forward and then back to the hips. Good, so we're extending our range of motion, getting the arms involved, and trying to sandwich those arms in between the frame of our mat. Now let's add it together, sitting back, and then reaching up. All right, so this is a lower intensity option for your limbo combined with that big reach up to stretch through the arms and back. Let's do just 2 more rounds. Awesome, then we're gonna bring one knee forward. So go ahead, bring your hands over to the right side of your mat, step your left foot forward, come into a kneeling lunge, fingertips beside the crown of the head. We're gonna twist towards your bent knee and then bring it back towards the center. As you twist, I want you to pull your belly button back towards the spine with a light exhale. Again, looking over your back shoulder, maybe towards that back foot. I'll add the arms. Go ahead, sandwiching yourself between the mat, working on stability and balance as you work into those obliques in a little bit less stable pose. Awesome, lean forward, and let's try to lift that back knee up. So curl toes under heel, back knee up and down. Good, we're gonna do 8 of these. So you've got 6 more. Looking out over the front toes, your body is hinged forward, but we're still long from tailbone to crown. Just a few more. Lift that back knee up and down. Awesome. Let's go ahead, bring the hands back down towards the mat. Switch sides. Taking the right foot forward, keeping the left foot back. Fingertips up to the temples. Let's start out with that thoracic twist, turning towards the back of the room. Go ahead, exhale as you twist. Inhale as you come back through center. After this one, let's add the arms. So go ahead, reach the arms forward and back as you twist, and then back in towards center. Last one here, then hinge forward, fingertips up to the temple, nose towards toes. We're going to lift that back knee up and down. Go ahead, keep a soft bend into the front knee, just lifting that back knee up, but keeping tension into the front quad. Awesome, we've got 2 more. Last one, and rest. Bring those hands back down to the floor. We're gonna come into all fours next. So from your all fours position, fingertips spread out wide, go into your cat to cow. So arching up into the back, and then down into the belly. Let's do that a few more times. Arc into the back, and then release down into the belly. Awesome. After this last one, let's go ahead, bring the right elbow down towards the floor. Left hand pushes into the mat. Left leg back. We're going to lift that back leg up and down. Good, you can readjust that front hand for more balance and stability if you like. Keeping your core in nice and tight as you lift the back leg up and down. Good, warm-up's over. So we're going into about 8 reps of each move. And you're almost through. Let's hold this next one up. And we're going to go into a hamstring curl. Fold the heel towards the hip and then release the leg long to the back of the room. Good, so feel the back of the thigh, squeeze, and then lengthen. Good, let's do 2 more. Squeeze and release. Good, hold that heel in, little pulses towards the ceiling. Good, toes flex down towards your shin. And now, cross over, and we're gonna kick out to the side. Good, so again, diving into the obliques, but also working into the outer thighs and outer glutes. This is a great one for stability and balance as well. So working into those stabilizer muscles as you kick out to the side and then cross over the back leg. Good, now about this point in time, you should really start to feel it into the outer glute, into the outer thigh, maybe even into the outer obliques. Let's hold the leg on the next one out to the side and tap down and up, down and up. Good, 6, lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's stretch out that stabilizer leg. So we're going to bring the hands towards the front, slide the back knee to the front, release the leg we were working into our pigeon pose. All right, so right leg forward, left leg back, eye gaze forward. You could also recline your pigeon if that feels better for you. Let's turn towards the back leg here. Stretch out the hamstring on the back leg, lifting up and over. This is also going to dive into that outer oblique on your right side. Good, rising up, pivot back towards the front, and let's do that sequence on the other side. All right, so starting into all fours. Core braced. Now go ahead into that arc, up into cat, and then release down into your cow pose. Good, feel the strength along the front as you arc up. Feel the length across the front as you release down. 2 more times. Awesome, now flatten out the back. Take that left elbow to the floor, right hand to the front, right leg is going to lift up and down. Go ahead, single leg lift, working into the glute. I want you to feel the length all the way out to the toes. Fabulous, you've just got a few more. And then we are going to change on this next one. Go ahead, hold it up and fold the heel in towards the hip and then release back out. Let's do that a few more times. Squeeze in and extend. Good, like you're trying to point the toes all the way to the back of the room and touch the back wall. Good, 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and let's go into the crossover as you fold the heel in, cross over your back knee. Don't worry, we'll get back to the pulses later. Squeeze and kick out to the side. Go ahead, cross over and kick. Good, we're getting length into the outer thigh, and then we're flexing into the outer thigh. Let's do 4 more like that. Fold, and then kick out to the side. Fantastic, last one. We're gonna hold the leg out to the side, tap down and up. 8, and lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And told you I forgot, but we're going to go back into it. Yeah, here we go. Heel flexed in, pulses up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Let's stretch that left leg out, hands to the front. Left leg slides into pigeon, right leg extends back. And ease on into that stretch along the outer thigh. Good, this one should feel so good after trying to stabilize and balance into that left leg. Good, let's pivot, reaching up and over towards the right side, left outer oblique. Gets a nice big stretch here. Good, inhale, lift back up. And let's come into a straddle pose. So we're going to bring both feet out to the side. Hands in between our thighs. Go ahead and walk the hands forward. Release your chest towards the mat and then walk the hands back. Nice stretch along the inner thighs, getting length from heel to hip. Good, let's do that. Just kind of crawling forward 2 more times. Try to keep the backs of the knees unfolded as best you can, but always listen to those hamstrings if you need a little bend into the knees. Good, we're just holding this one for a few more seconds, getting length into the inner thighs. Good, one more exhale, and then slowly inch your way back up to seated. Roll the shoulders up, down, and back. Awesome, let's roll them forward. And now big reach out all the way from one side of the room to the other, going into your saw. Twist, center, twist, and center. So first we want to work on the thoracic twist of the move, keeping the arms kind of parallel to the ground and just trying to stretch from shoulder to shoulder. So keeping length as you rotate. Good. Every time you rotate, like you're wringing out a towel, pull your belly button in towards your spine. Thread your navel back. Reach. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist, reach, and then back up. Awesome. So now we've got the stretch along the inner thigh into the groin. We've got the twist along the thoracic, working into the obliques, feeling the stretch into the back, into the sides, into the shoulders, into the hamstrings, into the whole thing, right? The whole mechanism of the body. Awesome. We've just got a few more of this saw, reaching out side to side. Fantastic. Let's go ahead, bring those heels in together and go ahead into what we all came for. You know it, the abs. Whenever you see a Pilates class, we always think strong core. So let's stretch out those hamstrings and then slowly peel yourself off of the feet and lean back. Go ahead, kind of a precursor to what's coming. Reach forward, stretch along the back, and then lean back, lengthening from your crown to your hips. Good. Exhale, round forward. Nice spine stretch, and then kind of a backward lean, holding your core, holding your posture nice and strong. Good. Now let's try to come all the way down, 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 bone by bone. Keep the rib cage towards the hips. Reach the arms overhead. Good, so belly is braced, rib cage towards hips, arms up overhead, slowly peel yourself up, reach out towards your toes, and try to keep your heels grounded best you can. Good, bone by bone, we slowly lower ourselves down to the mat, reach and extend with the arms while keeping the core braced. Reach, peel yourself up, keep that heel down as best you can, lift, 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 and extend into your spine stretch. Good, so really consider what the move is called when you do this. It is our spine stretch. So how can you lengthen and elongate more from your tailbone to the crown of the head? Good, so we're trying to get length and extension along each vertebra, kind of creating a little bit more space between each bone along the back. Good, lift, lift, lift. Reach out towards those toes, feel that stretch along the back of the body. And then slowly imprint one bone at a time down to the floor. Good, now let's hold here. And we're going to reach, lift, and add a little twist. Good, so kind of like a neck pull with a saw and a spine stretch. Good, so we've got our left hand behind the head, right hand reaching all the way up to the sky, and then all the way out, kind of crossing over. Maybe it's crossing over your calf, maybe it's crossing over your thigh. We're working with the flexibility we got today, right? And each of us are an amazing, unique, and individual piece of the puzzle. So slowly respecting our body, lift up, switch sides. Now our left hand reaching over towards the right thigh, calf, or outer blade of the foot. Go ahead, slowly imprint back down, maintaining control throughout the movement. Good. You want to imagine there's like a brace around the ankles, trying to keep those heels down. As hard as it is, try to keep them pressed down and into the floor. So you got to use a little bit of back of the upper inner thigh. Of course, you've got to kind of staple the heels down towards the mat and then keep that core connection going. So thread rib cage towards hips. Exhale as you come up. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you release all the way down to the floor. All right, so readjust if you need to. Heels pressed down to the floor, hands behind the head, just a little easy crunch. We're going to lift up, look through the knees, belly button towards the spine, hips tuck just a little bit, and then slowly release back down. You want to keep your chin up from your chest, your elbows just out kind of in the peripheral vision. Good. There we are, chin up from chest. So look up towards the ceiling to keep length along the neck. Good, now let's add a little bit to this. We're going to lift one knee at a time. All right, again, slow with control all the way down. Exhale, thread navel towards spine, rib cage to hips, lifting one leg, releasing it back, lifting the other leg, releasing it back. Now add your twist. Good, so kind of like an easy crisscross. If you're ready for crisscross, of course, you could go ahead right into it. But we're kind of easing into our abdominal work here today. Good, exhale, twist, trying to bring the elbow towards the knee, trying to bring both shoulders up from the mat as you bring yourself from one side to the other. Awesome, continue on. And now let's go for both. All right, so tuck chin in towards chest just a little bit, but keep length into the neck. Bring the feet back down towards the mat. Good. Tuck in and release back down. Good. Imagine kind of cementing the stomach down towards the floor, pulling the belly button back towards the spine. Ribs to hips. Looking through the knees as you rise up. Good, now imagine peeling just a little bit of the back up. So now kind of as you're working through the cervical spine, the neck region, peel the back of the head up. Hands towards heels, let's change direction. Let's slowly work into some glutes. Peel the back up, working kind of into that lower spine. Glutes, hamstrings, belly button, all of it nice and tight. Now keep your chin lifted from your chest, so you're kind of pushing your head into the mat as you roll the back down to your mat once again. Good, lift up, squeeze into the backside, release down, bone by bone. Nice and slow with control, hips up and release back down to the floor. Good. That was the longest 8 reps, I think, ever. How about you? Walk those heels in, squeeze the glutes up towards the sky. Let's just lift one heel at a time. Good. So keeping everything elevated, keeping your core nice and strong, keeping your glutes turned on, and just lifting the heel up as high as it feels right for you. Again, we're always kind of working with what we got for the day, and that can change day to day, hour to hour, really. Let's go for both heels. All right, still keeping elevation, hips up as high as you can muster. You can bring your hands around your hips kind of to remind you to keep that core nice and tight. All right, now let's hold both heels up and let's just shift kind of side to side. Good, so we're going to kind of rock the hips one side to the other. Good, try to keep the heels up, but you can always lower them down, especially if you start to feel any cramping in the heels, in the arcs of your feet. Good, so I think of this one as kind of a sashay. So imagine you got your heels on and you're just kind of sashaying side to side, lowering one glute at a time. Good, keeping that core tucked in nice and tight as you do so. Slowly bring yourself back down. Walk the feet out. Extend the arms nice and high overhead. Good, then let's slowly bring the belly button back down, threading it to your mat. Reach both hands up towards your leg. We're going to alternate legs. Good, so one leg lifts up towards the sky at a time. All right, so make sure you're alternating side to side. Each leg one at a time, lifting up from your mat. Awesome. Arms extend long from your fingertips all the way to your toes. And then flexed all the way from your fingertips to your toes. Good. Length along the back of the knee, pointed through the toes. Let's take your hands behind your head. We're going to take the right arm up and over and reach over to your left side. Good. Just staying on one side this time. Cross over, reach your hands towards the calf, towards the thigh. Left hand behind the head just to kind of cradle along the neck, giving yourself a little bit more support if needed. Look out towards the knee or towards the thigh as you rise up. Still keeping length along the back of the leg. So try to point all the way from your hips to your toes. Awesome. Every time you come up, kind of exhale, get the transverse abdominis, your underneath layer, to work. We're going to switch sides. Now we've got the left hand reaching over towards the right. Good, cross body. Again, working into those obliques that wrap around the front to the back. Good, all the way along the outer skirts of the body. Let's do about 4 more. Right hand behind the head, left hand up and over, reach it over towards that right leg. Fantastic. Last one, reach and release all the way back down. All right, hands back behind the head. Let's lift both legs up, squeeze your heels together. As we say, heel to heel together like steel. And then slowly release back down to about 45 degrees, lower if you're feeling up for it. Go ahead, keeping your core connected the whole time, trying to lift your shoulders up from the floor. Good. Imagine you're just trying to kind of make the front of the body smaller with each crunch that you do. Bringing your shoulders toward your hips, moving your lower ribs downward towards the thighs, tucking your tummy in, exhaling as you rise up, inhaling as you release, and now we stretch. Go ahead, circle the knees all the way around the ceiling. We're going to start moving into our cool down. We still got a few more moves to go, so don't get too cozy yet. Circle the knees around the other direction, massaging into the lower back. All right, let's go ahead, drop the knees over to the left side of your mat. Reach your arms over to the right. Stretch along that oblique line that we've worked so well today. Then slowly bring your hands behind your head. Look up towards the sky, and let's go ahead into some side crunches. Lift and lower. Good. Now, as you lift up, I want you to more so focus on keeping length and extension into the back of the neck and push your head into your hands to keep muscle tone along the back of the neck. Instead of pulling the hands into the head, you're pushing the head into the hands. All right, let's stretch to the other side. Knees fall right, arms fall left. And let's bring the hands back behind the head once again into those side crunches, up and down. Good, keep going. 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome. Let's go into a butterfly pose. Bottoms of the feet together, hands still behind the head. Pull the navel in and down, push the low back towards the mat, and let's crunch from this position. So we got a little stretch going on along the inner thighs, and then we're just working into our core here. So this takes the hips flexors out of the movement. We've got more abdominal focus. Looking out between the knees as you lift up. All right, let's take it up and hold it up and just twist side to side. So you're going to bring the elbow towards the knee, elbow towards the knee. Go ahead, flexing along those outer edges of the body while keeping our central abdominal, the rectus abdominis, in. All right, now let's add the feet lifted from the floor as well. Go ahead, so elbows tuck in towards knees, knees tuck in towards elbows. Good, let's do a few more, and then we'll add that side-to-side motion again. 3, 2, 1. Awesome, hold it up and side to side. Good, now the knees are moving towards the elbows just as much as the elbows are moving towards the knees. And we circle again. Let's come all the way up into our rolling like a ball. Hands to shins. Rock back and then lift up, kind of sticking your stunt every time you come up. Got a little massage along the back body. Trying to hold just a little bit as you come up to the top, trying to maintain a little bit of balance. All right, let's hold it here. Hold it here. Now, option, just an option, not a necessity. Extend the legs and just hold it. Just hold it because you can, right? Look out towards the toes, hands wrapped around the calves. If you really want more, you could release your hands. And now let's let it go. Awesome. I had such a fun workout with you all today. I hope you had a great time, as well as a great workout. Arms up to the sky, extend all the way from your fingertips to your hips. And then bring those arms out to the side. You know what? You deserve a big hug after all that. So give it to yourself. Wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself a big hug. Thank yourself for an amazing workout. Hope you had a great time. And I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe to let me know you want more videos like this one. I appreciate you watching. If you want more, follow me on social at HealyFit. Take care, and I'll see you next time.